Hello everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu and welcome to a Men of War Assault Squad video. This is a Frontlines video and this is the first of 2 rounds we are defending this round. And what else is there to say? I guess I should read my ally's name once the little loading thing pops up so that you know who I'm fighting with. I have forgotten who I was fighting with. Beef to the... why am I moving it? Beef to the Taco, Manu... 67, 67, 89, or Pengu of Doom. So one of those 3 guys is my ally. I apologize for going so long since the last video. My life has been crazy on top of crazy. And you see me buy a machine gunner. I like buying a machine gunner the first thing in Defender as Frontlines because the limiting factor for buying machine gunners is not how much money you have, but the time, because each time you buy one, there's a cooldown before you can buy another, and machine gunners are really nice to have on defense. One of them can hold off basically a whole squad, and just mow them all down, or at least keep them from advancing on a position. So it's great to get as many machine guns as you can. And you can get one just by buying a regular infantry squad, like a rifleman squad, and you'll get a machine gunner with it. But it's nice to have as many as possible, so do that. And sometimes you can grab machine guns from tanks and vehicles too. You can just grab it off the top and make sure to remember to get the ammo too. But obviously the easiest way is just to buy a machine gunner, and he comes with his own sandbags, so you can do that. Yes, I was apologizing for not... ooh, I buy riflemen too. Riflemen also come with sandbags, and riflemen are not so bad on defense. And mines. Mines are very important. I like AP mines and AT mines because, well, I hope you're smart enough to figure out why I would want both, because I want to blow both kinds of people up. Alright, and it's annoying when you first get your minesweepers, or your mine layers, because if you select the squad leader, it's going to select all 4, and you don't want to move all 4 mine people together, because, like, what are you going to do with 4 mine people in one location? So you got to split them all up, and so you have to use your elite StarCraft 2 micro to click on all the people and get them there. And you notice, as I'm laying these mines, I'm not doing what you might consider the traditional mine layout, which would be sort of stretch it across the main road. I'm doing sort of like diagonal or vertical, or you know, something other than just straight mines. And the thing about that is that I like that because the enemy, it's harder for them to predict where your mines are. If you don't completely cover the thoroughfare, then either they'll go through and it'll look safe because they went through the one part there that you didn't have mines, and then so they'll send a bunch of stuff and it'll blow up, or they'll hit your mines and then they're not going to be sure where the mines are. They'll assume the entire road is covered, but really only part of the road is covered, so they waste time sort of sweeping for mines and going around, or maybe you even get the full benefit. And especially when they're done vertical like this, you look at the street right now, like they hit the lead mine and they figure, okay, well, I hit that mine, there's probably not going to be one immediately behind it, right, because the mines are stretched out horizontally, so I'm just going to keep going. And then they hit another mine, then they hit another mine, and so devious, very devious. What was I? Oh, look, in the upper right, points ticking in the... I'm incoherent, I'm so excited. Our points are ticking up in the upper right, because that's what they changed about Frontlines, among other things. So now, as defenders, you get to sit back and accumulate points, and the attackers have to push forward, and then they'll get points when they capture those big things. So now there's even more of an impetus for the attackers to attack, and I love that. Very good stuff. So I was apologizing for not having gotten any videos to you guys lately. Those Company Heroes videos have been going up, but those were actually recorded a while ago, and it's just taking me a while to upload them. That's a separate thing. So I apologize for not getting many Men of War videos. Number 1, my life has been super crazy. C to the R to the AZY. And number 2, now I have a really good excuse because my 3D card stopped working. I was I loaded up like the first actual game I had played in like 2 weeks or something. It's The Witcher, which I'm finally getting through. And I played for like 10 minutes, and then it went like a blurk, and the whole screen went green, and I was like, that's not so great. And so after a bit of troubleshooting, I swapped in a shitty 3D card that I have basically for troubleshooting, for fixing other people's computers, and that worked fine. So it turns out my 3D card is fucked. It's an 8800 GTX, and it lasted, well, it kind of lasted 5 years. 5 years ago, I bought an 8800 GTS, and about a year or 2 ago that thing died, but I had a lifetime warranty from EVGA. In fact, you might even remember me telling this story. Oh, here comes a minesweeper. I want to take that out as soon as possible because obviously it's going to tear up my mines, but it's not too hard. It's sort of a catch-22 with minesweepers, because you want to go in with a minesweeper first and take out the mines, but you want to go in with something that has a gun first so you can shoot stuff that you see. And so this guy's doing pretty well. He's leapfrogging with his minesweeper and his tanks, and he's also set up some smoke. I'm not sure why his minesweeper's not moving forward. He must be busy controlling other people. He's got a mortar now attacking me, so that's going to be really annoying. You see me pulling back from the front lines, not only because I'm taking fire from the tank, but it's because I'm taking fire from the mortar. So finally I'm just repositioning my Pack 40 to try and get a angle on this minesweeper. He should really have been sending that forward. I guess he was scared of it getting shot, but really when you're in the middle of the street, you're going to get shot soon. Look at that, that's all on fire. So finally he gets moving forward. My Pack 40 is being a retard. Don't look over there. Look at this thing. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it before it hits my mines. No, don't shoot the ground in front of it. That's not what I wanted. Kill it. Phew. Track damage is almost as good, but unfortunately the little mine thing in front took us a few other things out. Okay, and so yes, about 5 years ago I bought an 8800 GTS that died about a year ago. I had a lifetime warranty from EVGA, so they sent me an 8800 GTX. That lasted a few months, then it died. They sent me another one. That lasted a few months, then it died. Then they sent me a third one, and that lasted until, I don't know, a week ago or whenever my 3D card died. And that's dead, and so I'm tired of sending this thing back to them. The first time shipping was free, but after that I've had to pay, and I think it's really not economical to keep sending my 8800 GTX back, because eventually they're going to run out of like 8800 GTXs to give me or something. I don't even know what would happen if I tried to turn this thing in for a new 3D card. They'd probably be like, fuck you, we've given you like 8 3D cards already, it's been 5 years, buy a new one. So that's the plan, buy a new one. I'm not in a huge hurry though. Number one, you know, it's all, the longer you wait the better the 3D cards get, so I'm waiting for NVIDIA's new batch to come out. I don't know when those are coming out, but I'm waiting for that at least. And number two, they're expensive. I don't want to spend money. And the plan has always been reinvest. Whoa, look at that. Suck it, T-70 light tank. It's really tough to assault when your opponent's got AT guns set up, but you notice my first Pack 40, the one on the right, I was moving it backwards, and these are mortar shells falling right on me, so it's going to be very dangerous for my AT guns very soon, especially the one slightly forward and to the left. So if I just get mortared to death, that's not going to be good. So that's a really good way to force your opponent off the point. But you notice these people I stuck in this building on the right and on the left, they're both still there, and those again can be a great way to hold up enemies. And my ally seems to be killing a lot more things. They're attacking harder on the right, I guess. Units and buildings are really great. If your opponent demolishes the building, which looks like it's happening here on the left, it's not so great, but otherwise they're really tough to get out of there, because they have great defense from the building around them. Yes, my mines are blowing up. Suck on it, enemy infantry. Unfortunately, if he mortars on my mines, I'm not going to be able to do much. So now his mortar is definitely in range of my AT gun, and I have to get it out of there, sending some tank crewmen to retrieve it. That's going to be a little tricky, because there's nowhere for it to go except up the ramp, and that's going to take a while. So, like I was saying, new 3D card. The plan has always been to reinvest the ad money I get from these YouTube videos in my computer and into other stuff for the videos, as like a thank you to all the people who watch them. God damn it, don't crawl under the AT gun. Get on the AT gun so I can move it. One guy can't do it alone. What are you doing, crawling? Get it. There you go. Teleport into position. Now get out of there. Get out of there. Stuff is blowing up all around you. This guy get mortared. Please drive faster. Or roll faster. Oh, and then I get mortared. So that sucks. I probably should have gotten him out of there sooner, but whatever. I also see the opponents kind of getting up to that flag on the right, so I start contemplating, do I want to help defend that? The really important thing in front lines is just hold these forward two positions as good as possible, the big things, because if they take those two, they get massive points. So it's very important at all costs that you hold it. The other things barely matter at all, as far as I can tell. I'm not even sure what they do. Maybe they change how fast the points tick up, maybe they don't do jack shit. And it's time to set up some sandbags, maybe, on this AT gun? Nope. Still giving myself leeway to move backwards, which turns out to be a great idea. Just as I take out this T60, the mortars start falling right around here. So this guy's being really relentless with his mortar. It's serving him pretty well, but you see I can keep falling back and falling back. Eventually I won't be able to fall back. I can't completely abandon this point, but you know, I'm moving back, and it's buying me a lot of space. So really always keep in mind the tactical retreat options that you have. There's no need to fight over territory that you don't need to hold. Pull back if you need to pull back, and that can be the much better thing to do with the stuff from the strategy tactics. Yes, new 3D card. So the plan has always been to reinvest the money from the YouTube channel into the YouTube channel. So far I have made, let's check, google.com/AdSense. What's going on in the video? Nothing much. Back to internet browser. Unpaid earnings, 65, 18, 25. I've made about $85 since the beginning of ads ever. So, and that has been how many months? October, November, December, September, October, November, December, January, February. So 5 months, $80. You can do the math. It's gonna be a while till I can afford a 3D card. But that's okay. I might chip some of my own money in, I'm not sure. But yes, so that's the plan. Eventually buy a new 3D card. Obviously, Men of War videos are on hold until I get a 3D card that can play Men of War. Unless people want to send in gameplay videos. I know it's pretty tough to record gameplay videos. Obviously, if it was easier, I would have done more of it so far. And even once you record the videos, it's a little tough to get them to me. Man, my ally is just owning face. He's killing a lot of stuff. We get points for things we kill too in the upper right, so that's why we're at 700 in addition to the points ticking up. So often front lines will come down to who's killed what, rather than the capture thing if both sides are equal in terms of capturing things. Was I saying something about the video? Oh right, yeah. If you want to record gameplay videos and send them in to me somehow, I can totally make videos out of those. That'd be cool. But like I said, it's hard. Until then, I can make videos of old DOS games because those don't tax my 3D cards. Anyone want to watch me play Doom or Duke Nukem 3D or XCOM? I can play XCOM, the original. Yeah, this guy's I gotta say he's a nice job pushing forward with the mortar, but he's really slow. I don't know, maybe he's just, I mean, he's certainly tried to push forward with his light tanks and stuff, and infantry is just getting blown up when he tries, so maybe the mortar's the only thing that's working for him, but, I mean, you see how I keep having to move backwards as this mortar gets closer and closer. Again, I'm repositioning my AT gun. I've lost some infantry. What he really wants to do is sort of synchronize this stuff. If he can pinpoint where my AT gun is and where my infantry are, then he can target his mortar very effectively and take me out. Cause some real damage rather than just sort of incrementally shelling closer and closer, and I just keep pulling back farther and farther and occasionally losing a man or two. So if he can move forward with a concentrated assault, which I guess is what he's doing now that the smoke is coming up, he can start scouting for the mortar and get some real damage in on me. Although I'm sure he can see my AT gun now because I'm taking ineffectual shots at his KV-1. And again, the mortar lands right in front of it, so yeah, I gotta keep moving back and back and back, and eventually I'm not gonna be able to keep moving back. Look, this is the point I'm trying to protect, so I can only move back so far, and I think his mortar has killed more people this round than anything else he has. Everything else he has combined, even. Yeesh, that's ugly. That's really ugly. Stop blowing my people up. Even watching this in retrospect is making me mad. Like, I want to pull my guys back, but I can only retreat so much. Sandbags are actually pretty effective against mortars. If they land in front of the sandbag, you see that took no damage. Eventually the sandbags will disintegrate, but or you can get unlucky and it lands behind the sandbag, but you know, you figure a 50-50 chance landing in front or behind, and sandbags give you quite a bit of cover. Craters are great too, because if you're in a crater, it's got to land in the crater to hurt you. So eventually I'm just like, fuck it, I buy a Nebelwerfer. It's a rocket barrage, and that should take care of the mortar. Yes indeed. Plus I killed some people. Not a lot of artillery available to you on the defense and front lines, but Nebelwerfer is bought with hero unit points, so it doesn't matter. And so here is the main offensive. I'm not sure if that was coincidental with the mortar or whatever, but he just Zerg rushes the point. I buy some pretty sick-ass assault people and send them in to try and hold the thing. You see I'm at 6% left on the flag, 4%, 3%. Oh no, that's him capturing the flag, so that's not good. I don't want him to take it. It looks like my advantage in spawning very close to the flag is going to help me. I got these assault infantry into the fight pretty quickly and got some around the side so I can start throwing grenades at him. That grenade didn't actually kill anybody, that's surprising. But I can throw some more grenades. Watch this grenade. I'm cooking it. You see that? I cooked some stuff. Cooking is awesome. I went shopping today, bought some food so I can cook. God damn it, that grenade didn't do anything. I bought some curry leaves. $1 for a whole thing of curry leaves. Ethnic marketplaces are a really good deal, guys. Buy all your food. Don't buy food from white people marketplaces. You overpay so much, at least in America. I don't know what crazy countries you people... Ha! Suck on that! Third grenade's the charm. So he actually took this left flag. That's not good. But, I want to take it back is really the goal. Somehow I'm not taking it back. Look at that. It's artillery, and I can't hit it with my Nebover. Fuck! That was a big explosion. I can't hit it with my Nebover because it's too far away. Look at that. It's just big explosions. Get off the point. I guess he's got someone there keeping the point from being captured back by me. I'm checking over to see how my ally's doing. God damn it! Artillery! M30. Ching, and I can still hit the fall back button in the upper right, that little white flag. What the fuck? Yeah, he's sad that my point's been taken. Sorry, man. I was actually taken very by surprise by how quickly he was able to capture the point when he just rushed in with those infantry. I thought, you know, I had some people on the point, he had some people on the point. I was like, okay, I'll just shoot it out and I'll win. But he actually took the point really fast, and that really took me by surprise, so I was scared. And I was feeling the pressure. But, you know, I figured, look, I pushed him off, I should be good to go, right? I'm not sure why the point's not coming back to me. But, what I was gonna say is that, well, no, I'll leave it a mystery. What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say in the future? Can you predict? Oh, shoot the tank. Where's that going? Oh, it's spawning at the back point because he took the front point. So yeah, the retreat thing in the upper right, when you click that, you get all your points back, so you can buy a bunch of new stuff. Oh, I must have already... Did I already click it? How do I still have 10 hero... I must have clicked it, because I have 10 hero points, even though I bought the Nebover, right? I wasn't paying any attention. Ha, suck it, light car engine damage. I'm gonna hit you with an AT grenade. Foop, right over the fence. Haha, feels good. Alright, every little bit. Did someone just say, oh god? Thought I heard that. If I hit retreat to the back lines, that would explain why my stuff is spawning farther back. So I guess you can't take this point back. That's the thing I was going to say, and then I wasn't going to say. Now I'm saying it. I thought the way it works was that once they capture the point, you can take it back to neutral, but you can't capture it back, period. But I guess once they take the point, you can't capture it back, like, at all. It's Russian forever. So I done fucked up, I suppose, and really I should be protecting the thing on the right, maybe? I don't know. I don't really know. This was a while ago. But possibly these infantry are keeping me from taking the point back. So let's shoot them. Ha! Suck it. Oh no, it's Marines. Russian Marines. Like in The Hunt for Red October. Which is not a fantastic movie, but still worth watching because it's got a sick-ass soundtrack by Basil Podieris, or whatever his name is. A cool, like, Russian hymn that he composed for that movie is... do 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 do. I can't remember it right now. It's something like that. Go just look up the Hunt for Red October hymn on YouTube. It's pretty sweet. Plus that movie has Sean Connery being a Russian. And I'm fiddling with my map. Look at that long skinny map. It's like a chocolate bar. I just want to eat it all up. And look, you can see the tracers on the map. It's one of the new things they added a few patches ago. If you look really closely, little yellow lines. They really update Assault Squad compared to some game companies that just let their games flounder and die after they get released. Oh, I have had some people asking, am I going to play, or have I played, or have I seen, or am I interested in, or have I played war game European escalation, and so the answer to that is twofold. Number one, my 3D card's broken, so I could run it at like 2 frames per second at 640 by 480. So no, I have not played war game European escalation. And the second thing is, no, I haven't played it because new games are expensive. It's like $50 to play war game European escalation. I don't have money growing out my ears, especially now that I need a new 3D card. But yeah, it looks like a very interesting real-time strategy game. I hope it doesn't just die immediately like 60% of real-time strategy games do. But looks very fun, and you'll all have to tell me how it plays, because there's no way I'm dropping 50 bones on a game when I barely have time to play the games I own. I really wanted to AT grenade that thing, but it was not happening. That would have really helped my ally out, because he's getting blitzkrieged by these T-34s. Luckily, my Pak-40 is in position to fire. And it takes out a track. Ha! Uh-oh. There's Zerg rushing over on the right. Time to reposition the Nebelwerfer and drop some rockets. I don't know why my ally was chewing me out, considering he doesn't have jack shit on the point. So the lesson here, kids, is always check your Nebelwerfer's firing line before firing. Like, half the rockets went into that fucking building. That's a very good lesson that I should have learned like 10 years ago. Well, this has happened to me before, is the point I'm trying to make. But now my ally's putting up a good fight, so can't complain too much. What else is there to talk about? Well, I bought some Amchur powder when I went shopping. It's like, I think it's made from mangoes or something. I don't even know what it tastes like, I think, but I'll have to try it. I think it's sour or bitter. It's Indian food. Uh-oh, so they're taking that, and my ally, like, sending in his half-track of people. Let's watch the kill messages in the upper right, see if that thing gets shot. Wow, he actually made it to the front lines, and the people are disembarking. That's amazing. But then they all die. Panzer Grenadiers. Looks like they're going to take only 4 minutes, 39 seconds left, but it looks like they're going to take these front lines, which is really going to hurt. Let's watch their points. Bam! 5,000 points or something, like 4,000 points, 4,500 points for taking the front line. So this puts us way on the back foot. Now it's 1,600 points versus 5,300 points, which means when we're attacking, we're probably going to have to take the front line. It's going to be very, very difficult to come back from that. On the plus side, since they only have 4 minutes left, it's extremely unlikely they're going to take the back line. Basically impossible. So now it's just a question of killing, right? We want to kill as many things and get as many points, and they want to kill as many things and get as many points. So if you were them right now, you would think, well, we could stop attacking and just sort of hold our point lead, or we could keep attacking and try and wipe them out and see how they're doing. So the thing is, by this point in front lines, the defenders' resources are very depleted. So you given that they probably threw everything they had into defending those 2 front points, if they're smart, which I am clearly not smart. I got bum rushed by those Red Guard and didn't realize how quickly I was going to lose the point, so I didn't throw enough resources into defending it. But normal smart players will hopefully have thrown pretty much all their resources in defending these 2 front lines, which means you should be able, as an attacker, to push forward fairly unmolested. I mean, it's not going to be like a cakewalk. You're going to have to bring guns and stuff. There's not going to be biscuits and gravy just waiting for you out sort of on a platter, and there's going to be a dog next to the biscuits and gravy, and it'll be like, "Arf, I am your new best friend." So that's not going to happen. But, I mean, hopefully they're going to be pretty depleted and not going to have a lot of stuff to stand up. So now is the time to roll over them and mop up and kill a bunch of stuff, sort of like at the end of a Team Fortress 2 match when the team that wins gets to run around killing all the people who lost, except it's not like that because you can shoot back, but it's sort of like that. I want to kill this tank. Please show your face, tank. Ha, suck on it. Oh, just kidding. So you probably want to just steamroll over them to the extent that you can, but be as cautious about it as you can. You don't want to go too fast and take too many losses, but this is the sort of thing he's doing, and you can catch your opponent by surprise and kill their Nebelwerfer. Get some real good kills. So yeah, until that finally ran into infantry and got AT grenaded, he killed a lot of stuff. So I mean, had I had a much nicer defense line, I could have stopped that, but instead he just ran through and killed a bunch of stuff. So that's the sort of thing you can pull when when the defenders have been depleted and are sort of out of resources. So think about that. Think about that in front lines, because they've used all their stuff defending the front lines. Of course, I haven't. I have like 3 AT guns, so that's going to be a very rude wake-up surprise. And my allies got like a tank, Man, that's a tiger. Yeah, we should have defended the front lines with more vigor. But you know, you learn something new every day. Except sometimes you don't. Except when Wikipedia blacks out for protesting something. Then you can't learn anything. Man, I had a student cite Wikipedia in one of their papers they wrote. College kids these days, am I right? Don't cite Wikipedia, folks. Wikipedia cites other people, so just look at the references at the bottom of a Wikipedia article and use those if you're ever writing a paper for college. So, Tiger Tank. That's pretty sweet, right? I can buy a Veteran Tiger too, so I buy a Veteran Tiger. These are nice because they have a lot of armor, so they're very unlikely to get knocked out. And you can just drive them around and kill a lot of people, because that's what we're trying to do right now, remember. Just earn as many points as possible, and bam, BA-64 taken out. That's a nice chunk of points for us. We're up to 2,000 versus their 5,300, so we're actually making some good headway against their lead. But it's really going to come down to, uh-oh, it's a tank destroyer. If that takes out their Tiger, that's not going to be good. But it's really going to come down to, can we capture the front lines, probably. But we really want to kill that tank destroyer too, because that'd be some good points. But still, yeah. Can we take the front lines in the next match? So hopefully you guys are waiting with bated breath, and I should hopefully get that, well, God knows when I'll get that ready, because it took me this long to get this video done, but whatever. So that is that. At this point they should really just stop attacking, especially with those infantry. They're not gonna, nothing's gonna happen. We have 2 Tigers and like 8 AT guns firing at them. But yes, tune in next time. Suck it, tank. Tune in next time when we try and recreate their assault and do slightly better than they did. Disperse that pack. Yeah, okay, I'll disperse the pack. I'll disperse all sorts of things, whatever you say. This could be dispersion central. Artillery there. Yeah, artillery there in the next 9 seconds. I was about to reply, and then I'm like, no, there's 9 seconds left. Not even gonna bother. No need to bother.